Duke of Valentinois, formerly Count of Valentinois, is a title of nobility, originally in the French peerage, though the duchy was originally associated with administrative authority as well as possession of manors in Valence, as noble prerogatives in France's ancient regime were whittled away. The dukedom had become purely a salic law hereditary title by the 20th century. It was created at least 4 times. On August 17, 1498, for Cesare Borgia; in 1548 for Diane de Poitiers; in 1642 for Honoré II, Prince of Monaco; and most recently in 1715 for Prince Jacques I of Monaco. Despite the title becoming extinct in the male line in 1949, it is still used as a subsidiary title by the Prince of Monaco. Background: the County of Valentinois was a fiefdom within the Dauphiné of Viennois and part of the Holy Roman Empire since 1032. Its owners were powerful lords during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. During the 15th century, the Dauphiné of Viennois, under the Dauphins from the House de la Tour du Pin, were engaged in several conflicts on behalf of the Capet Valois kings of France. The last Dauphiné, Humbert II de la Tour du Pin, depleted his treasury funding an unsuccessful crusade to conquer the Holy Land. After the death of his only son and heir Andrea, he sold his lands to the highest bidder. He hoped selling them to Pope Benedict XII in 1339, but when the two sides negotiated, the terms included Humbert marrying Bianca of Savoy and the deal was off. The planned sale to the Pope falling through, Humbert finally succeeded in selling his lands to Philip VI of France in 1349 for 400,000 écus and an annual pension. To keep up appearances, however, the sale was referred to as a transfer. In order to prevent the title from going extinct, Humbert instituted a statute whereby the Dauphiné was exempted from many taxes. This statute was subject to much parliamentary debate at the regional level, as local leaders sought to defend their autonomy and privilege against the state. From 1349 the Dauphiné was transformed into a title carried by all the heirs to the French throne. In 1498, Louis XII of France divided the lands of the Dauphiné and gave Valence, Divar and Grenoble as a dukedom to Cesare Borgia. First creation: Cesare Borgia was created Duke of Valentinois in 1498 by Louis XII of France. Both the Italianized form of this title and his previous appointment as Cardinal of Valencia led to his commonly used nickname, Il Valentino. After Cesare's death, his daughter Louise Borgia became Duchess of Valentinois. Second creation: Henry II of France created Diane de Poitiers Duchess of Valentinois in 1548. Third creation: Louis XIII created the title by letters patent, signed in May 1642 and registered on 18 July 1642, converting into a peerage conglomeration of several estates in the French province of Dauphiné which he had previously given to Honoré II, Prince of Monaco, who became the first recipient of the duché Paris. On Honoré's death it passed to his son Louis I, and thence to Louis's son Antoine. However, since the title's inheritance was restricted to male heirs, and because Antoine had only daughters and no sons, it was due to pass to his brother Honoré Grimaldi, but became extinct on the 22nd of July 1715 when Honoré forfeited his right to succeed Antoine, having taken holy orders preparatory to becoming Archbishop of Besancon. Fourth creation: on the 20th of October 1715, Antoine's eldest daughter and heiress Louise Hippolyte married Jacques-François de Gouillon-Matignon, who had signed a contract on 5 September 1715 by which he was obliged to take the surname Grimaldi. Louis XV thereupon recreated the ducal peerage of Valentinois by letters patent, signed in December 1715 and registered on 2 September 1716, for Jacques, who would also succeed his father-in-law Antoine as Prince Jacques I. Like the previous creation, its inheritance was restricted to male heirs. After Jacques' abdication in 1733, the title passed uninterrupted for several generations from reigning prince to prince, from Jacques to Honoré III, Honoré IV, Honoré V, Florestan I, Charles III and Albert I. Louis II, who succeeded his father Albert I in 1922, never used the title of Valentinois himself. On 15 November 1911, Albert I had issued a sovereign ordinance approving and confirming Louis's legal declaration of paternity of Charlotte Louvet, designating her therein as Mademoiselle de Valentinois, and stipulating in Article 3 of the decree, in the event our beloved son, the hereditary Prince Louis, should die without children born in legitimate marriage, Mademoiselle de Valentinois shall be able to succeed him in all his rights, titles and prerogatives. On 16 May 1919, Prince Albert I styled his granddaughter Charlotte, Duchess of Valentinois, on the occasion of her legal adoption that day by his only son Louis, Charlotte's natural father. She was officially recognized by Albert as Princess Charlotte, Duchesses of Valentinois on 20 May 1919. On 20 March 1920, shortly after Charlotte's marriage to Pierre de Polignac, he took the title of Duke of Valentinois Juriaxarus, having already changed his surname to Grimaldi. Despite Charlotte's use of the Valentinois title as her father's adopted heiress, by right of succession the French dukedom remained with Louis and his legitimate, agnatic male descendants. Consequently, on his death without a male heir in 1949, it became extinct in French law. Nonetheless, his successor, Rainier III, continued to include the dukedom among the titles borne by the reigning prince, possibly in the belief, as suggested by François Velder, that it was implicitly recreated for Charlotte by the French Republic in 1919 when her adoption was approved, an act which had taken place in a French legation in the presence of President Raymond Poincaré. However, the various French republics have never created nor recreated any dukedom, nor does France any longer recognize the existence of titles of nobility per se. French courts have held that the concept of nobility is incompatible with the equality of all citizens before the law as proclaimed in the Declaration of the Rights of Man of 1789, which remains part of the Constitution of 1958. However, a hereditary title is not ipso facto a mark of nobility in France, on the basis of the decree of 24 January 1852 by Louis Napoleon Bonaparte, then president, in repealing policies of the French Second Republic embodied in the decree of 29 February 1848 and Article 10 of the November 1848 Constitution. The nobility as an order is abolished in the Republic of France, and in that sense, no one in France can create or authorize or transmit any title. French courts have, nonetheless, subsequently recognized and protected the right to the legal use of hereditary titles as accessories to the family name. Moreover, Chapter 2 Article 16 of the Monegasque Constitution reserves to the monarch unilateral authority to confer titles of nobility, and does not stipulate that this may only be done by letters patent. With the death of Prince Rainier on 6 April 2005, the title passed to his son, now Albert II of Monaco. Dukes of Valentinois. First creation, Cesare Borgia, Louise Borgia. Second creation, Diane of Poitiers. Third creation, Honoré II, Prince of Monaco. Louis I. Antoine. Fourth creation, Jacques I. Honoré III. Honoré IV. Honoré V. Florestan I. Charles III. Albert I. Louis II.